Do you guys secure your data in Power BI? I know you do. Don't tell me you don't. Well, here is the great way to add some additional security into what you got going in Power BI. My name's Les Grossman, and I'm going to get into it in just a second. Hey man, if you're just chilling, trying to figure out some stuff about Power BI, well man, I got the right channel for you. This is the stuff. Like it, subscribe, turn on the alarm bell. Come back. Don't miss any of the future videos. This is the place to be. It's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah, it is. It is all good. Who let that hippie in here? I'm asking you. What is he doing? Putting plugs in. You don't want to listen to no hippie. You want to listen to your pal Les here, all right? So we're going to talk about how do you add row-level security into Power BI. Basically, what row-level security allows you to do is allows you to have one report with many people having access to it, but access where they can only see the information that they should be seeing, right? Like if you got a bunch of salespeople, they want to track their sales metrics, that's great. You want to have a sales dashboard for that. But maybe you have some legal ramifications. You don't want to get in trouble for sharing salespeople information back and forth. So you got to lock that down so that, Linda can just see Linda's data and Paul can see Paul's data. And then Les, the big guy, I get to see everybody's data because I'm the boss and everybody reports to me, right? Linda and Paul, they report to me, so I got to see their stuff, right? So you have one report to that. Hey, how the heck do you do that, right? Well, I'm going to show you how we do that. Let's head over to my desktop. Come on. I said cut. Turn it over. Turn it over to the desktop. All right. Okay, here we go. So here's my report. I want to add row-level security into this. So I've already got this all set up. The big key is you have an email address that allows you to do a filter on it, okay? That's going to allow you to do dynamic row-level security, okay? It's freaking called dynamic row-level security, all right? So where you go to find it is we're going to add this in because we could see already on our screen that we've got email addresses here, right? So I've got my email addresses. They're all set up. That's what I want to filter by, okay? So I'm going to go into my model, right? I'm going to go up into my modeling tab up here. Why can't I freaking click on the model? Frickin'. The big things I'm going to want to look at here is the manage roles and then view as, okay? So this allows me to go in and create roles that adds in row-level security, and then I can go in as an administrator. I can make sure that Linda sees Linda's and that Paul sees Paul's and Les sees everybody, okay? Let's go ahead and do this. Do it. So I click on Manage Roles, and I've already created one role here. Let's go in and hone in, right? So I've got this set up for its employee row-level security. I've got it set on the employee table, and I want it filtered down to the employee name is where the user principal name. And this is the big secret here, because user principal name is going to be the AD group I'm sorry, not AD group. What am I talking about? Dumbo. It's going to be the email address the user has logged in as, okay? So if I have my email address equal to the email address that the user's coming in as, I'm going to be all good to go, okay? So this is good. I'm all right. I hit save. And now I can actually even go in and test this stuff out. I can go to view as, and then I could say employee row-level security, or I can even do a very specific one. So I can do the Linda. Okay. Aha! It works. I'm logged in as Linda, right? I can see just Linda's information here. Awesome. I've got this up and running. Now, I've got a little notice here showing me who I'm viewing this as. So I'm viewing it as this role with this person. Now, it's entirely possible you could have many different roles, have many different filters in place, and you still want to impersonate as a person. So that's why you have those different combos, okay? That's there. But now I've got a problem. I had some errors here. Well, why the heck am I getting errors, right? I can tell you why. Let's hone in on this. Let's hone in and take a look at this measure. This measure uses a use relationship because we've got a type 2 dimensionality where we've got two fields on the fact table that we have joins back to. One for the current salesperson, one for the old salesperson. Right, so that's what we're looking at here. Here's the current salespeople with the sales that they have on their clients. And if we go back to like the original or old salespeople on the clients, this would be what their sales chart would look like. So I can even see that inside my model here. I can go in and I can look at, all right, I've got my employee key joining here that's active. And I've got my employee key joined to the old that's inactive, okay? And that's how that use relationship works. Problem we have there, though, is that use relationship can't be used inside a row level security. So what am I gonna do? I want to be able to see both. I want Linda to see both before and after. I want to make sure she could see what it would be like, or more importantly, probably Stefan here, right? Stefan's got nothing. Stefan used to be my big hitter. What's going on? Well, Stefan should get credit. We know we broke this up and Stefan got hit by that, right? So let's go in and let's look at what we got to do to make that actually function, okay? All right, so what I've done here, and this is pivotal, is when you have a role-playing dimension like that, and that security is always going to be maintained on that active join, all right? Security has to be on the active join. That's how you get security, okay? So how we're going to get around that is we're going to go into our model, and remember those two joins that we had over here? We're going to remove them, okay? We're going to remove them from the model. If you remove them, it's going to look like this. I've removed my model. I've got these things out. Now, how do you get this up and running? This is a secret. You have to kick off Tabular Editor, okay? And I'm going to bring in Tabular Editor. And the key, now that we have a table with no joins back to it, we still have row level security on it, right? And in fact, I can go into my modeling view. I can go to manage roles. So I've got this all set up. It's working. I'm good to go here. Good to go. Open up Tabular Editor. And I've got my Tabular Editor created here. And this is the secret that we use, is that we end up creating a calculation group with two joins in there. One for the current calculation and one for the history, okay? So if I look at the current, you're going to see that it's your classical calculation group where we've got our calculate, our selected measure. So this is going to apply to any measure that you have, right? And then here's the secret. I'm going to be using the treat as to tell Power BI how to connect to that other table, okay? So I'm going to summarize that employee table, and I'm going to do it on employee key. And then on my fact table, I'm going to join it to my employee key again. That's what the join is, okay? Now, 100 sum of bish points to anyone who can figure out how we change this to do the history one. You get 3 clues or 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. All right, it's gonna be real simple, right? We're gonna go over to the history, and look, it's the same calculate, it's the same selected measure, and it's the same treat as for here and here and here. But here's the only thing that's different. The only thing that's different, right frickin' here, is the employee's the old key. We set that up so it's on the old value, okay? So once we've got that in, we hit save and we go back to our Power BI report. Now, got 2 options, right? I could put my calculation group, I could drag that in, my employee stats. I can drag that in at the page level, right? If I drag it in at the page level, let's take a look. Let's see what this does. Okay, I want to see current. Hey, current works. I want to see history. Hey. No, I can't do both. Huh. I want to do history. Hey, history works. But wait, I want to be able to see both. I want current on one side. I want history on the other. How do I do that? Really simple, right? Now I just select each of my individual visuals. And on my individual visual, I put the same calculation group on there. And so I put in right? So I've got my current visual or my calculation group in. I'm going to select this one as current. Boom, right? I'll select my other visual and I will go over and I'm going to select my history. Boom, and I got this up and running. Now, okay, hey, this is all well and good. Do I have this right? Let's see if I can make this work with Stevo. Stevo? Oh my God, no wonder we got rid of this guy. This guy, Stevo, you know who Stevo is? He had this like show on the side. He was super unreliable. I don't know if you've seen him. It was something on like the musical television and stuff like that. Oh, the dude was crazy. But he sold a whole bunch of stuff. So, hey, good on him. Good on him. Adventure-works.com. Let's take a look at Steveno. Boom! We've got both the values on the Steveno. One where we see just that little bit that he had, and then we have that old relationship in effect, and it's working. All good. Now we are all set to rock and roll. This is all set up, and you say, hey, Les, this is incredible. But what about you, Les? You can't see all this stuff, right? What are you gonna do? Oh, that's very, very astutia, right? So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create another role, right? Because we're gonna assign everyone who gets access to this model is gonna be assigned to this role to have read access to it. So this we're gonna create another role, right? We're gonna create a new role, and what we're gonna do is we're not gonna put any filters on it. All right, we're gonna say that this is the Les Grossman role. I'm gonna spell that wrong because I'm some beach. We're gonna create that guy, and we're not gonna put any filters on. Okay, so I could save that. Now let's test that out, right? So I want to view this as. We're gonna say Les Grossman, right? We're gonna click on yeah, and I'm gonna give it like let's say we'll put in my email, Les Grossman at kratosbi.com. Click OK. Hey, I still see everything, just as I should see everything, right? So it's all good. Now it's super easy for me to get this up and running. I don't have to keep breaking this out. We're all set, okay? Now, I hope you understand how you can create row-level security, add that into your report, and make that something that's useful for you to build out one report and share it with a whole mess of people and not have to worry about, like I said, Linda seeing Paul's stuff or Paul seeing Linda's stuff, because they shouldn't see each other's stuff. That's not okay, right? Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great day. If you like this content, leave a comment down below. While I don't sound like I'm a super listening type of guy, and I'm really not, but I like the comments on the YouTube. I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like bell, turn on the alarms, all that stuff. What the YouTube people say. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.